Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. Written by Lori Orlinsky, illustrated by Vanessa Alexander, and read by Lori Orlinsky.
Hi friends, my name is Lori Orlinsky and I am so glad to be here with you today. I live in Chicago and that is in the Midwest. And in Chicago, it's usually very cold. And I came here today to talk to you about my very first book that I wrote. It's called Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. But before I read the story to you, I want to tell you actually why I wrote the story. So, my daughter Haley, who's now 9 years old and in third grade, was bullied when she was little. When she was in preschool, her friends and her teachers did a growth chart activity where they put all the kids' names next to how tall they were. And Haley's friends' names were at the top and the middle of the chart, and Haley's name was all the way at the bottom near the doorstop. And so Haley came home crying, and I asked her what was wrong, and she told me that she was sick and she didn't want to go to school anymore. And because I'm her mom, I knew that wasn't true. I knew she wasn't sick, and I asked her what was wrong, and she finally told me all her friends and her teachers were kind of laughing at her because she was the smallest one in class. They were calling her names like Peanut and Shorty and Munchkin and Squirt. So I really didn't know what to do. So I went on to Amazon like most parents do, and I typed in books for small kids. And guess what? Nothing came up. So then I went to the library and I asked the librarian, "Do you have any books about small kids?" And she said no. So that is why I decided to write Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. I originally wrote the book for my daughter Haley. And then as people started reading it, they realized that they can use it for anything that makes them feel different and special too. So when you hear it, you can take out the word small and you can replace it with tall or red hair or brown skin or curly hair or green eyes or anything that somebody may feel a little bit different. And that's okay. I'm left-handed, so I sometimes replace it with left-handed. So I would love to read you Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. Thank you for listening. My head is spinning and my throat is red. I'm feeling crummy. I'm staying in bed. My eyes are itchy. My ears really ache. Going to school today would be a mistake. And now Haley's mom says, "You're cool to the touch. You don't look sick. Could this be some kind of trick? Because mother knows best. That's how I know. Something's wrong and you don't want to go. You're a wonderful child, so smart and strong. Come sit on my lap and tell me what's wrong." And now Haley says, "Well, the yardstick at school measures how much we've grown, but with my name at the bottom, I feel so alone. My friends can reach the cubbies, light switch, and sink, while I stand on a stool when I want a drink." And friends, this picture that you see of the classroom is actually what Haley's classroom looked like when she was in preschool. I really wanted to help her so she remembered this. So when you see all these names of these friends, these are actually Haley's friends from when she was a little girl. My feet just dangle when I sit in my chair. I could only go on rides with a high pony in my hair. The shallow pool water comes up past my nose. My feet always hurt from standing on my toes. She says, "It seems like sports are made for kids who are tall. I can't even get my hand on the ball. They call me Shorty, Peanut, Munchkin, and Squirt. Looking up all the time makes my neck really hurt." Oh no. Then she tells her mom, "I have to walk twice as fast as my friends. My pants are like tunnels. The hole never ends. And when it's time to form teams, I'm always the last pick. That's why today I'm pretending to be sick. Don't you see that being small really is no fun at all?" So this is really what happened. My daughter Haley pretended to be sick. And now, just like I told her, the mom in the story is going to tell Haley how to feel better. So she says, "Oh, honey, Try not to feel blue. There's so much that small kids like you can do. When playing limbo, you can get really low. You give others a clear view when seeing a show. Your posture is perfect because you don't slouch. Your whole body can fit on our tiniest couch. You're the last one to get wet when it rains, and you have the most legroom when we fly in a plane. Your feet never touch the end of the bed. You could climb almost anywhere without bumping your head. You can squeeze through a fence to fetch a lost ball and have a shorter drop if you happen to fall. What about class photos? You're the first one they see. You don't have to duck under any branches on a tree. You can wiggle into the cart at the grocery store and squish into the small spaces that you want to explore. I hope you don't feel upset by your height. You can do anything when you give it your might. You have so much to offer because of your size. Take it from me, your mom who is wise. And now Haley says, "You're totally right about the things that you say. I feel so much better when you put it that way. I'm off to learn, play, and have fun too. I'll try out the things only I can do." And then she says, "I went to school and I'm happy to report. As it turns out, I like being short. I got to see once and for all that being small isn't so bad after all." The end. So, friends, thank you so much for reading with me today and listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed our time together. And I have a few questions for you that I think would be great to talk about with your teachers. So, question number 1. Haley's difference was that she was small. My difference is that I write with my left hand. What are some differences that make you special? The second question is, how should you act if you see someone else who is different? Should you be their friend? Should you stay away from them? What should you do? And the third question is, what should you do when people call you names? What's the best thing to do? Friends, thank you again so much for reading with me today. I had so much fun and I hope you did too. If you'd like to follow along with more of my stories, you can visit my website, LoriOrlinskyAuthor.com. I have a few other books and I would love to come back and read those to you as well. Thank you again so much for being with me and have a great day.